Social media, the greatest invention of the modern era, a tool that promised to bring us all together in one big fight. Once upon a time, the internet was supposed to be an information highway. Now, it's demolition derby with everyone driving a shopping trolley full of opinions. Back during the Wild West days of the internet, social media was marketed as the telegraph that kept friends in touch, allowing them to share what went on in their lives, or just remind Tom from high school that he still owed you $20. Somewhere along the line though, it mutated into a psychological pressure cooker that would make the Stanford prison experiment look like a tea party. In the olden days, being the loudest, angriest, most unhinged person in town would get you branded a lunatic, but social media looked at that and said, what if I encouraged him? Because outrage equals engagement, and engagement equals money. Naturally, the system rewards whatever keeps you scrolling, arguing, or quietly sighing to yourself, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Respectful disagreement? Tolerance of different opinions? Nuance? What are those, you may ask? Casualties of polarization, I'm afraid. The end result of division and short-form content. Complexity? Too long, didn't read. All disagreements essentially boil down to the following. Pick a team, wear their colours, chant the slogans, and boo the opposition. Congratulations, we've replaced discourse with football hooliganism. And then there's trolls, where once they lived under bridges, now they occupy comment sections. Share anything even slightly personal, and they're like flies to a carcass. Your art, your loved ones, your passions. It's bad and you should feel bad. An anonymous voice isn't much different from a person with no social awareness, blissfully ignorant of how infantile they come across to everyone else. Like a stage invader who hijacks the microphone. Moving on, we've also got misinformation, because engagement is more important than facts. Sure, everyone is entitled to their opinion, but if there's one thing humans are good at, it's being confidently wrong. It's easy to forget your critical thinking skills when outrage and paranoia send your amygdala into meltdown. The algorithm wants you to act like a panicked animal though. This is why stupidity spreads faster than reason. Well-researched content gets buried, while fabricated sensationalism gets 10 million views. Heat plus fuel. All you need to make the ants fight is to simply shake the jar. And then there's what it's done to our attention spans. Scroll, dopamine, scroll, existential dread, scroll again. It's a never-ending slot machine where the money you lose is your own self-control. And, just like gambling, social media has recently been proven to have been purposefully engineered toward addictiveness. We can't even watch a 2-minute video without checking our phones, or read an article without skipping straight to the comments. How many of you have already done it during this video? Don't lie, I see you. When was the last time you sat alone with your thoughts, terrifying as that may seem? Our attention spans haven't shrunk, they've been harvested, and with them has gone our capacity for real conversations. There's too many quick fixes for boredom, which, like it or not, used to play a vital role in spurring creativity. We used to debate, valuing the soundness of an argument rather than the volume of it. Not only that, but social media has also created the phenomenon of performative existence. This compulsion to always present a perfectly curated version of our lives. That's right, dance monkey, dance! Your existence is now a documentary. You're no longer a person, you're now a brand, always struggling to chase an impossible standard of perfection. A byproduct of this is all the insecurity and negativity it fosters in all of us, which usually gets vented into comment sections. And this only feeds the algorithm more, because it thrives on outrage, conflict, and negativity, feeding it back into you in a vicious cycle. Now, I know it's a bit hypocritical of me to be ranting about the evils of social media on one of its own platforms, despite YouTube claiming otherwise. Admittedly, social media isn't 100% bad. It gives us connectivity, community building, spreading information quickly, and, most importantly, dogs wearing hats. That's what people want it to be for though, not what the algorithm channels us toward. Try to keep this in mind whenever you see what it keeps feeding you, and remember, you don't have to keep swallowing it. So, why is social media a thing? Because anger generates energy, which is a profitable resource. And because the key to providing this non-stop fuel supply is maintaining attention at all costs via engineered dependency, even if human well-being is a casualty. Focus, patience, privacy, sanity, we've all willingly traded these things away for what's essentially a drug addiction. But please, if you must keep feeding the algorithm, do it in a way that benefits me, by liking and subscribing. Yes, I know I'm guilty of spreading outrage too, but I'm at least a self-aware hypocrite. So that makes it at least partially okay. And hey, at least my targets are well deserved. Anyway, that's all for today. Now go outside and touch some grass.